Welcome to the show, Past Our Prime, coming at you. Tip, Dan. We are your hosts for this excellent podcast, which is probably our second installment, if we're correct. If we're correct
Episode
on
2.
that. Episode 2.
We made it.
We made it. We're a success. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to the first one, which maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but we have a weight challenge going. And did you weigh in this morning?
I weighed in this morning.
It's $100.
Yes.
Our standard bet, just so there's no confusion, will be $100. You're 1 unit up.
In gamblers speak, our unit is $100, and I am 1 unit up on you right now. Yes.
Congratulations.
1 unit.
Congratulations. You won the Masters, and that is fine. But now we're moving on, shifting gears, and I'm ready to go.
You're on a mission.
I weighed in this morning. I was 264. Previously, I've done a little bit more exercising. I've been watching what I've been eating somewhat, and I'm proud to say I'm down to 258 as of this morning.
It's a big loss so far. I'm not sure, Max. We might have to check the tape. I think I said I was 236. I might have said 238. I'm 237 and a half right now.
I think you said 238, but that's
maybe
fine.
I'm down a half a pound, but I'm coming off birthday weekend. Serious birthday weekend, which it's tough to stay away from the IPAs.
Happy birthday.
Little birthday
Belated.
cake, little devil dog cake, chocolate with the white frosting, delicious. It's amazing. So, I'm getting old. The birthday has come and gone.
Did you put a
and
candle
now
in
it's
it?
time.
Did you put a candle in it? Did you take it out of the wrapper and put a candle in it?
37 of them.
37 candles
No,
in a
just
devil
the 3
dog?
and the 7. Just the 3 and the 7.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a real size cake. It's not a devil dog. It's a real cake.
You said devil dog.
Well, the taste of it tastes like a devil dog.
Oh, so it's homemade.
Homemade.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
I thought you were taking it out of the wrapper.
No.
That would be kind of sad for your birthday. How old are you?
Would be 37.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're getting there. You're over 40, but that's fine. I still got a few years to go. I'm past the birthday now, though. Now it's on.
It's on.
Now I'm fired up, and now we're going to roll. So I have a beer with me today, though, but that's fine. This is it. And then I'm going water, spinach, protein.
No sugar. No sugar?
Oh, sugar. No sugar makes me kind of mean, but I'll mix in a little bit of sugar. Black coffee, and then we're on. It's game time. So that starts soon.
Black coffee's the way to go.
You got on the treadmill.
I like running now because it's the only time I can watch my shows. And my shows being like SportsCenter or whatever's on, because then the kid shows, whatever they watch, like it's bad.
Yeah.
I don't like watching their shows, and I seem to can't get control of the TV.
I did some Netflix binging this weekend. I'm not going to talk about what I watched, but I did some binging. But back to the weigh-in.
Percentage-wise, I'm heavier, so percentage-wise,
that's a good start for you, though.
It's close.
We'll see what happens.
It's a great start for me.
I'm
excited. I got 6 pounds off, and I think I have 5.5 pounds more than you right now.
To the same topic as weigh-ins, there was a celebrity boxing match this past weekend. Pretty entertaining. We saw a knockout of epic proportions here. It was bad. And I'm wondering, this is a thing now. Twitter's exploding, Instagram's exploding. Everybody wants a piece of boxing. I think boxing is changing. I love watching boxing, and this is changing.
Would you rather watch boxing or MMA?
I'm boxing.
I agree. I would rather watch boxing. I'm a boxing.
Yep. I never really got into the MMA. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but
I would rather watch a boxing match, a good boxing match.
Good one. I don't want to see them leaning all over each other, right? I want to see some punch throwers.
Yes.
Right?
Like a Mickey Ward.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Like
maybe I just like boxing movies.
Who could be it? Mickey Ward. He fought that guy like 3 times, right? And they were probably, I want to say, like 3 of the greatest matches.
Yeah, but we're talking about New England guys, so
okay.
maybe we just are biased being New England. We live here, so.
He's from Lowell.
Yeah, good guys. I'm more concerned about these celebrities now. These matchups might get out of control, what we're seeing. I wanted to bring up to you, Dan, if you were going to set a matchup up, right, in your locker room, in your group of friends, in your playing career, who do you not want to step in there against?
I've got 2 guys that come to mind right off the top. One, Willie McGinnis. Mm-hmm. He is just a beast.
Now, is he just a tough guy, or is he you think he's a fighter? You think he could throw?
I think he's a really tough guy. Yep. And he was one of the, you know how we keep the locker room policed. Mm-hmm. We have that good locker room chemistry.
Yeah.
We don't need the coaches coming in. We don't need to call player meetings. If there's a player meeting called, you guys are already screwed. I mean, that's a bad sign right there. So you want players to self-police the locker room. And Willie McGinnis was one of those guys. 6'4", 6'5". I mean, shoulders that are the width of this room.
Yep.
And you could just tell he is a badass. He's number 2 on my
Okay,
list.
so you got a guy higher than this.
I got a guy higher than this. And this is a guy who played in the NFL for 7-8 years, didn't play college football.
Wow.
Wrestler. Didn't even, he went in, I think he tried out with the Philadelphia Eagles first, Steve Neal. Right guard for the New England for 8-9 years. His shoulders went bad at the end, but he went for a tryout with the Philadelphia Eagles. Initially started on the defensive line. There's a 1 technique or a 3 technique. And he just, hey, you're the 3 technique. Let's throw him in there. He didn't even know where to line up. So this is how far this guy had to come.
Just a pure strength guy then. Just could throw people
He
around.
is a NCAA wrestling champion. He's a world champion, freestyle, Greco-Roman.
WWF.
No,
Okay, all right.
the legitimate, real
Got it.
badass.
Got it.
He is one of those guys, and wrestlers just have, they control their body, the weight distribution. They can do all these weird submission moves and grab your pinky, and then you're down on the ground. And it's like, Steve Neal is the one guy that you don't want to mess with in that locker room.
Speaking about the pinky movement, does that stuff real? Does that happen in the piles?
It's either
Is it the thumb pulls and the eye pokes and all the other stuff? Or,
eye poke.
Does that happen?
I think it does to an extent, and I think it happened back in the old days when the guys were tougher.
Yep.
Maybe you get, punched in a pile or something like that. Nothing really outrageous.
Got it. So it's settled down. It's
Well,
tame.
I mean, the guys are D linemen, offensive linemen. They don't want to exert any extra energy.
We're not sure if we have.
We just want to get back to the
We don't know
huddle,
if we have any
conserve
D
the energy.
linemen listeners anymore from your first, run in with them.
No, it's fine.
Last episode. Okay.
I'm not really worried about them.
You made fun of
They'll
a
be
lot of
back.
D-line.
I didn't make fun. I just simply stated that offensive linemen may be a little bit more intelligent
Got
than
it.
the defensive linemen,
Got it.
generally speaking.
Got it.
Okay?
Say for us, celebrity boxing, back to us, right? Think about the most kind of epic baseball picture that's out there with guys like punching people. It's Nolan Ryan,
Yep.
where he's got Fryman in the headlock and he's just wailing on him.
Yep.
Wailing on him, right? So lucky enough, I was with the Astros, so I have a lot of stories with Nolan Ryan. I remember him telling the story about that specific fight, like running through it, group of 10 guys hearing it. This was such a privilege to hear him talk about this. And he said that what you don't see in that fight is Bo Jackson comes in at some point and pulls him out of the pile by his ankle.
Pulls
and says,
Nolan Ryan out?
You don't want to be in here anymore. You don't want to be in this fight.
Hey,
it's a
future
great,
Hall of
great
Famer.
story.
It's time to get you out.
Yeah. Don't be in the middle of this. Like, let the other people sort this one out.
And he's on
But
the other team.
He's on the other team. Yep.
So he's just being a nice guy.
That's how baseball fights are. It's a lot of nice guy, hey, tapping each other on the shoulder after, and then run back to the bullpen.
So basically, when they get into the scrum, and everybly
Oh, yeah.
comes,
You
clears
push
the
around,
clears
pump
the
your
bench.
chest up.
It's more guys like trying to hold each other
Oh
back.
yeah,
It is more
it's a
for
big
effect.
hold back thing.
Maybe-
a lot of times.
maybe
There's
hold some hands.
There's some throws in there in the beginning, but then usually it's a big hold back session. We've got some good guests that we'll bring on that can tell us some good ones, and that I've been involved with, and we'll have some fun times with that.
So you don't want to mess with Nolan Ryan?
No, not even close. And then another guy who I played in the minor leagues with for 3 years, Evan Engelbrook. He's 6'8". He was a swimmer that beat Michael Phelps, but he's also 280 pounds. He is Xerxes. He is a Greek god or whatever. He looks like that. He is the scariest human that you would ever want to come across in terms of this person's going to punch me. I might not make it through it. He's a big, strong guy. I haven't talked to him in a long time. We got to get him on the show too. He's got some good
It actually would
stories.
be kind of funny to see his hand just on your forehead.
Oh,
and you
I'd be
trying
swinging.
to swing.
You and I
Not
both
even-
would.
not even a-
we
not
both would.
even-
We wouldn't even get close. Not even close to him. My other portion of this, though, in terms of fights, brings me to which sport teams, right? Which athletic teams have besides boxers,
Yeah.
have just like the guys you don't want to mess with, it's hockey all day for me. You got to respect those guys because the last thing you want to do is run into one of them, out, and all of a sudden you're getting a scrum and you got a hockey guy because they do that shirt
especially
sleeve thing. They grab the shirt and the sleeve and your arm is tucked in and you can't throw a punch and you're pinned like this and they're just punching you in the face 5 times and you're
your
out.
shirt's over your head.
Or
right?
they pull your shirt over your head and then you got your gut hanging out.
We've
You're
already
embarrassed.
We've already established in our weight challenge that we're not the fittest one. So if you're sitting there getting the shit kicked out of you,
you're getting pummeled
by a hockey player, your shirt is over your head.
Yeah. Or they got the shirt, the sleeve chest combo. That thing's dangerous when you get in there. I'm telling you, you get stuck. And you're in trouble. So I'm like the hockey guys are tough.
I actually before this fight though it happens, I want you to put hockey gloves on.
I have to drop them.
And you have to drop them.
Yeah, no, actually, I won't even be involved in a fight with a hockey guy. That's not even on my radar. Not anything that I want to do at all. I would see some of these guys though against the likes of Logan Paul, Jake Paul, like these superstars that are coming out
YouTubers
that want to fight. YouTubers.
YouTubers.
Yeah. Not even superstars. Yeah,
No,
YouTubers.
they're YouTubers.
Huge.
My kids probably know him. I don't even know.
I
like
can't
Jake
imagine.
Paul's 6'1", and Nate Robinson, basketball player. So we're not going to put I'm not going to knock basketball players, right? Mm-hmm. Very athletic people.
Oh yeah,
very athletic. I mean, LeBron James probably could play
lots of
different sports.
Yep.
But Nate Robinson, I don't think gave a great effort. Mm-hmm. Good try, buddy. Pat on the back. Participation trophy. He lasted less than.
Hit hard.
Didn't even make it through the second round.
Yeah, it was a hard landing. He came down hard. He was down for a while.
So Jake Paul 6'1", Nate Robinson 5'9". If you're going to throw a basketball player in there, like Charles Oakley.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Now let's throw him in there and let's see what happens.
Some of the old Leitner or somebody, right? Like somebody that
I hate Christian Leitner.
Yeah, but like he'd throw a sucker punch. But like some of these guys that fought like in the '90s basketball, like or '80s, where it was like the Pistons.
Yeah,
those teams. I'm scared to death of
Bill
those guys too.
Bill Lambier.
Yeah, tough guy. Probably a cheap shot coming somewhere and like
Wallace.
hit you in the
Ben
kidney
Wallace
or
too.
something. Yeah,
they're not. I mean. Yeah, those bad
Rodman.
boys.
What about Rodman? Give me a young Rodman, dangerous guy. So I don't know how far this celebrity boxing thing's going to go, but it's getting scary. If athletes want to throw their hat in the ring, there's guys like Evander Kane and some of these some of like the real tough hockey guys that are like, let's go. Like I'll fight you.
Oh yeah.
And they're under contract too. I don't even know if it's legal, but they're saying I'm in. Let's do it.
It's got to sign a little release form from the contract. I'm not going to get hurt. It's kind of like someone riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Under contract or going skiing.
So, I mean...
I agree. I mean...
I'd watch. I'd pay for that.
Hockey guys are badass. There's no doubt about it.
And that's the fight I'd pay to watch. The celebrity boxing hockey guys, I think I'd say, all right, I'll watch that one. I'll tune in. Let's see like who's tough right now. Who's like maybe trained boxer and then who's just like been on skates and now they're on shoes. And it's like, you better watch out.
They're probably better on skates, to be honest.
They might be. They might be.
Oh, man, they are good.
They have heavy hands. Heavy hands.
So we don't know where it's going to go, but this is a craze.
It's a craze.
It craze. It's starting. People are dying for more content right now, and they want to see some interesting things. So
it's like the Colosseum. This was the fall of Rome when we started to see this stuff. Like they wanted to see the Colosseum. Like I'm a little nervous, and then it reminds me of Celebrity Deathmatch. Remember the show Celebrity Deathmatch? That was a good show.
That was a great show.
Yeah.
Animated.
Yeah, animated series. Now, like we're seeing some real things coming up right now. So we'll see.
I can't wait to
see what's next.
I want them to put like rules in place though. Like you can't hit below or above the neck. No headshots.
Oh, that's going to be tough to watch. That I mean, that's going to be that's a pillow fight.
Yeah,
yeah. You want to have a pillow fight?
On this.
Yeah, that's a pillow fight. We got a segment for us today. So, what we wanted to do is throw it back to a sporting event. Okay, and we've had some people bring up some good ones here. A sporting event that if you could, Dan, right now, go back and watch live. Mm-hmm. Or it could be, it could have been last week. It could have been 40 years ago, 50 years ago, however long, 100 years ago. Which event do you want to go to live? As yourself right now, a 40-year-old guy.
Not participating.
Right? not participating, just going and sitting in the bleachers. Good seat, not a great seat, not a nosebleed, but you're just in the venue. What do you got?
Miracle on Ice.
I knew he was going to do it. It's so good.
Al Michaels making that call. Do you believe in miracles? My kid, 11 years old, plays hockey, so he was out in a hockey tournament out in Lake Placid. So we actually got to go see the rink, skate on the rink. I can't skate very well as a family skate. I don't go backwards. I just go forward, try and stop. And
you stop by holding the wall. You run into the wall.
And I had the girls on there too, so they're pulling me down. It was like dancing bears at Knoebels. I mean, you just really can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. He got to play a game on that ice. He got the jerseys up there, and it's a really cool town, really cool arena. All the history. That would be the one event that I would want to see in person.
I mean, I think that should probably be everybody in the United States.
I think it's got to be number one
overall. I mean, you just have to do it. I mean, and then that movie it came up. We watched. I've got 2 young kids. We watched Cool Runnings this weekend. Great movie, by the way.
It was good.
But then you know how
it
pulls after. It's like you should watch this. It was Miracle. And it's like I can't watch this movie.
Kurt Russell.
This thing gets me going. This gets the
Kurt
heart
Russell.
rate up.
Today we skate with him.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Did you start sweating?
I was sweating. I was sweating bullets. I was nervous because I was like, I can't watch this.
I don't know if they're going to win.
I don't know if they're going to win. The call at the end of that game is just so strong. But now you stole mine.
Oh, I kind of figured I would have.
But for me, I think it's 2004 Red Sox when they won the World Series. I was going to say the game that Dave Roberts steals the base, and then maybe even any game in that Yankees series. But to be there after 86 years, even though that's the only tough part. It was in St. Louis. If that game is at Fenway.
They swept them, right, too?
Yeah. So it was amazing, obviously. But if that game is at Fenway, this is a no-brainer for me. It probably beats Miracle.
Yep.
But even though it was down there, just because it was 86 years, I watched my grandfather listen to 1,000 games, or both of them. I watched my dad watch 1,000 games.
Were they huge Red Sox
yeah.
fans?
Oh, yeah. We were growing up.
Were they waiting for the time where they blew it, like the Buckner moment? Like, okay, here it is again.
Absolutely. Get the radio on. You got the yellow headphones in, like the old school stuff, mowing the lawn, right? Like listening to every game. So, to have that, and I was in college then, too. So it was like chaos. That's the one, though, that I would probably go watch.
Non-alcoholic beverages.
Non-alcoholic, yeah, O'Doul's. But I would probably, definitely, that would be the game. And if it was in Fenway, it beats Miracle for me.
Yep.
So that's my pick for go back in time.
My number 2 one would be 28-3.
Oh,
just to witness it again, because I was retired at this point. I was working for what is now NBC Sports Boston, the old Comcast Sportsnet, and we were doing the pre and post game out in Arizona, right? Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, so as a press people, you get this pass, right?
Yep.
You don't get a ticket to the game, but you get this pass where it's all access. Mm-hmm. You can go anywhere you want, and I didn't really understand. So I'm walking around.
You looking for your seat?
I'm walking. I'm walking around in Arizona with Troy Brown because he's doing the show with me, and I see a guy, and we don't even have a seat. Troy goes to sit somewhere. I think he ended up getting kicked out, but I'm up top in the mezzanine.
Yeah, mezzanine.
Mezzanine.
Max fact check.
Spelled.
I believe it's pronounced mezzanine.
There
mezzanine,
we go. Yeah.
Right? Can you spell that?
No, that will be a segment coming up. Is spelling bee. I'll actually try right now. Mezzzaine.
I believe you're right.
Well,
that would be amazing if I was right. We don't know though, but
that's close. That sounds right. I saw
Mezzanine.
Oh,
I was way off.
Yeah,
vowels and consonants everywhere.
We'll try again next.
Okay,
next time. So I saw a guy that I had gone to the Derby with before. He's in Giselle's box. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Hey, come on up." I'm like, now this is going up 2 floors. This is where I'm not allowed ever. I'm the +1. Yep. I don't even know if my pass can get me up there. So I'm like, hey Troy, let's try it. Let's try
yep.
it. So we go up there, and it was kind of like Wayne's World. You know, you got the backstage pass, and they're just showing everybody. So we're going up the escalator, and I see the guy sitting up top. He's like, we're getting kicked out. There's no way he's letting us up here. Get up to the top, just flash the badge. He's like, go ahead.
Tell me you still have it. You got to save that thing. You never know. It might roll into different years. It might
still work. So we get in there and we go in. We're watching the first 3 quarters debacle, 28-3, and it is not a fun game. Not a fun game. We have to leave to go get ready for the post game, and that's when I feel like Troy and I leaving may have turned the fortunes for the Patriots.
Everybody has that story for that.
It was
game.
like Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Didn't Wahlberg leave too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wahlberg left. I go on a guy's ski trip every year for the Super Bowl up in New Hampshire. We all ski that day. We ski a couple days before, and I remember thinking the same thing. We have our assigned seats. Yeah. Basically, we got 15 guys up there.
Yeah. Don't move. Everybody's superstitious.
No, we moved, and all of a sudden things were happening. Here we go, and then nobody moved for the rest of the game. And I was in like a poor position. I could barely see the TV, but I was like, I can't move. We can't move.
But we ended up going outside the stadium, and you could tell that place was just on fire, and you could hear everything from the outside. So if I can go back and change it, I would want to just actually be sitting in that box and watching the whole game, not watching it on TV. Because, I mean, the atmosphere in that stadium with, 3 minutes left in the third quarter, whenever it was, 28-3, they score or whatever. It was you could feel it on the outside. So I want to go back and be inside and see that.
That was your Super Bowls that you played in. Nothing was that close, right? Was there anything that was that close or crazy? I mean,
close
in terms of that was a blowout. But then, everything had to go right for them to come back,
and everything had to go wrong for
exactly.
I mean, the first two that we won, it was by a field goal, right?
Yeah. So I mean,
they were close games. 3 Vinatieri Super Bowl 38 kicks the game winner, the second game winner after 0-1. My rookie year was 0-3, so we play in Carolina. He kicked the game winner, which was incredible. I'd still probably get goosebumps.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that 28-3 though was something special. That was wild. Wild stuff.
That was amazing. But
we'll get some people to talk about that with us. We'll be able to chat about that one some more. I'm sure that's a big topic.
If you could go back though, let's say, all right, now you're going to participate. One thing in your career, what would you change?
Ooh, so now it's on us. So a play or like a thing, like an event, something that goes on. Let's do that.
Yeah, something that comes to mind that you participated in that you want to change.
Do-over.
You get a do-over. You get a do-over.
I get the moment in time. 2007, we've got a AA, AAA showdown game in Corpus Christi. So we play our AAA team at our place, and then our AAA team plays us at their place in Round Rock, usually right before the start of the season. So this is like kind of the exhibitions to like get it, then you're rolling. So you break spring training, and then you go down and you do it. So I'm in the bullpen. I'm starting that game. I'm messing around, throwing this new changeup a little bit.
It's your only
rolled back.
What is it? Your third pitch, maybe?
Yeah, third pitch. Second? Yeah, I needed a lot more. We talked about that. So I start playing around this changeup. I used to throw it in high school and a little bit in college, and I'm throwing a little bit. I'm like, wow, this thing's like
2-finger,
this
4-finger.
Great. What? I usually threw a circle change or like a split finger.
I have no idea.
Change up almost.
You have no idea what a circle change up is.
I kind of bend my knuckle a little bit and throw this change and kind of push it out. So then I'm going, oh man, okay, whatever. I throw it 10 times probably. Don't throw it in the game, but then we break and I throw my first game in Tulsa, and I'm like, man, my elbow's like acting up. I think it was from that. So if I could roll back in time, because then an hour later I blew my elbow in half.
So
and that was like
for a pitcher. That's not good.
That was the end of the road.
That's not good for a pitcher. Let's just clarify that.
So if I could roll back in time and go back to that bullpen in 2007 in Corpus Christi before the game, Cody Ransom hit a ball off me that hasn't landed yet. That thing landed in the bay in Corpus Christi.
You may have taken your elbow with it.
Yeah, I remember that specifically. That was like, if I didn't throw those changeups, I wonder what would have happened. So that's my time to roll back to.
Why do you think you pressed on?
Oh,
too competitive?
Oh yeah.
Do you think? Do you think you knew like, hey, this
I
might
felt
be a problem?
I was feeling a little bit of a twinge, but it's like your body is so beat up all the time anyway. And then it was cold, and it was just kind of like that was it when the elbow went. We'll go down elbow blowing out story at some point because it's a grinder of a story. But that one, if I could roll back to that bullpen.
So the wannabe,
That's it.
Maybe it wouldn't be a wannabe at that point.
Oh yeah, one
All right,
contract
I like
in baseball.
That's all you need.
You gotta have one. You gotta have one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Just
And
one.
you're
all
okay.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Just fantastic.
You're okay.
What a great
Yep.
players union that they have.
It's strong.
I'm gonna go. I have definitely one.
Can I? Before you go, I know the play
Which one? What's
that
the
I
play?
would pick.
All right. What is
Well,
it?
I'm gonna let you tell it.
No.
though.
You can. Let's see
No,
if you're
I
right.
want to hear if I'm right.
Because it could be two. It's from 07, right?
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
in that.
By the
game.
way,
it's in that
scratch
game.
my story. I want to come back and take care of this one for you.
It's in that game, and I am not here blaming anybody because we all sucked that day. We all didn't play our best.
See, I don't even remember the game. I remember one play.
I'm gonna Asante.
No, I remember. Well, I guess it is, but it's.
I would-
Tyree.
Tyree is one,
Yeah.
but still, if he was that. I don't even know what that was for. I don't think that was fourth down. Was it?
That was fourth down.
Was it fourth down?
How do you not know this?
Because it's
How do you not know?
because I
This
choose
is giving me nightmares for 15 years.
because I choose to forget this, and it's very foggy, and that's the way I like it. That's how I cope. You know,
That's a good coping
short term memory loss. That's what I have, especially for this game. Let's take Tyree out of it, right?
Okay.
Rodney knocks the ball out of his head,
If he lifts
or whatever
his
the hell
arm
he
up,
has.
the ball's on the ground. If he, I mean, there's a million things that could have happened right there. The ball's
Three
on the ground.
plays. I could have played better. The line could have played better. Everybody could have played better. Tyree could have dropped that pass. Asante could have got the interception where we didn't even get to that point. And even after that, if you do remember on the final drive, Randy almost had a shot at getting that bomb, and that's all we needed if he just a little bit out of his range.
Yep.
And that could have put us in field goal range.
And that's the play you're thinking of. Did you need to free up? Did you need to free up 12 for a split second longer?
Oh yeah,
For
there was one play. There's a few plays, but one in particular. We were in an empty protection, and we only have 5 guys blocking, five linemen. They brought a cross dog stunt inside where they crossed both of their inside linebackers. So I'm going to the right, basically, seeing the linebacker come at me. I've got him, but then we also have the left side coming down because they're following that other linebacker. I didn't pass it off very well, and I think Tommy took a hit on that, maybe a sack. So
we'll rewind the tape. I mean, maybe not for this podcast, but I'm going to go back and watch it.
They ran that stunt a lot that game.
Okay.
So
They had your number that day on that one.
that one play.
That one play. Got it.
That one play. So, hey, that was fun. Memory lane.
Memory
Thanks
lane.
for that.
Yeah, close the yearbook. Let's close the yearbook for the rest of the episode.
Let's end on a happy moment and talking about the worst game in a lot of people in New England's lifetime.
I blew my elbow in half and ended a career, and that game hurts more than and your loss in 07 hurts more than that. So
I'm glad. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
We got it out of the way early. Episode 2.
So we don't have to talk about. Yeah, we
2007.
don't have to talk about that anymore. But I think that was good.
Okay.
I like where we went with that.
Hey, sounded great. So what we've got coming up next episode, we'll have a former big leaguer on that played for a little while. I know really well. So we'll have some good stories, and we also spent the off seasons together too. So that's where you tie
Off seasons
in
in Maine.
the locker room talk.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
Yep, that comes in.
So he's got dirt on you.
Well, yeah. I mean, we already have had it. We have a handshake agreement where the dirt line stops.
PG.
So then
PG-13.
the next part also we've got our best segment, Team of the Week, coming up again.
Team of the week.
That's
Team of the
coming.
month.
Team of the month, play of the month, team of the month,
Hey,
whatever
spotlight.
it is.
We're gonna spotlight some people.
Spotlight something.
We'll
right?
figure it out.
So it's coming. We have some submissions that we've submissions
Submissions.
submissions
Mission, spell
that
that.
we've seen
Spell it.
that have come in. I'm not spelling it. Nope, that's next time. And we're gonna pick one again.
Yep.
$500 bill towards the team. They get to buy team gear, coaches stuff, whatever they want.
Courtesy of Squad Locker.
Courtesy of Squad Locker, they'll be doing it. So send them in. We'll keep on picking them. because we like to outfit teams with good apparel. And we'll also pull some guests on, too, talking about some of the brands and everything. So stay tuned to that. That's a wrap for this week, Dan. You got anything else?
That's it. Past our prime. There you go.
Right. Catch you later.
Past Our Prime is brought to you by Squad Locker. Squad Locker is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel, delivered right to your front door. Learn more by visiting squadlocker.com.